afternoon in the street and it was empty. A lot of hand-me-downs from the community, friends of my siblings who just passed on whatever they had to make a home for us. Of course, there was no table or no chairs. So my dad and my brother took down a door from the closet.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Took down a door from the closet. Siblings who
Gentleman in the mix. Gentlemen in the mix.
What's the date for beta? I think 29th of November. 30th, yeah, the Tuesday. I think that's the date. But it's the whole week to Saturday or something like that. I don't know if they do. Maybe they do extended because of being the last beta as well. But it's the whole week. Hello, Jemima. Oh, the music too loud. Maybe now. We'll try a little bit. I can lower more. But yeah, we don't know other than that they might do some changes, but we don't know how big or yeah. I don't expect. I mean, a lot of people are unhappy about mechanics and stuff. I don't know. I don't think design-wise, I have a hard time. I won't say for sure though, but I don't think they're gonna change anything in the designs. Maybe I'm wrong. I think mostly they will probably look at bugs and maybe stuff that are broken or whatever they want to tune. I think majority of the stuff that will happen is with what they said, that they're gonna balance or like spend dev time to balance after expansion release and stuff, and they after the first, I guess, month or something, when all the critical bugs could occur. After that, they would probably, or well, that's when they said that they're gonna take some of the devs to balance. Okay, I can lower a bit more. I think just having a new weapon, even if this, so like the legend itself might not be like it design-wise, it's kind of interesting, right? It's the first time they're trying something like that. However, they didn't really execute it that good, so at least that's what I hear from people. I played it a little bit myself. I'm personally not a fan of the whole, like the air jump, because it glitches the character so badly in PvP and in War's World. Like it looks like if you ever played War's World and you go into and someone collides from their spawn or something, it looks like, kind of looks like that. It's like their character is, it looks like it's about to go to the ground, but it's still up in the air, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna spike him now. So yeah, it's a bit awful. It's very glitchy, and that's one thing. But I think the dual legend or whatever, like, I don't care that much about it being one, but the flipping the skills itself looks quite interesting. But as I said, it kind of falls flat, and yeah, the greatsword itself I think is actually not bad. I think it's actually pretty good, and I think that's one thing that I personally, at least when I look at the elite specs, I don't care that much about. I want to play new stuff, right? I want new utilities to be viable. I want new weapons, the new weapon to be viable. because playing the same things for 9 years, you know, it's not fun. Like you get bored of it eventually. That's why, like when you finally make like a new build meta, apart from, like speaking from thief perspective, like DP and SD has been meta forever, and short bow, it's always been mandatory more or less. And when you finally have like a meta of let's say pistol whip, like sword pistol, which is a little bit different. It's playing something new for like, yeah, it's just more fun. It also brings some theory crafting and different play style a little bit. So pistol, I mean, yeah, there's probably another offhand, yeah, but that's what I've said as well. And I was worried with when they. I don't mind having Scepter, like don't get me wrong, I actually really like Scepter. But I was worried that whenever they make a new main hand, that the offhands are just terrible, right? Like you have Dagger offhand, which like Dagger offhand itself is so, it's bad. It's got them behind because of all the power creep, right? Cloak and Dagger is a nice skill, but again, it can get its heavy initiative cost. It can get blinded, blocked. Yeah, it's hard to really land, and Dancing Dagger is horrible. It's just shit. So it's like, okay, so there you have an offhand that is already kind of bad, and then you have pistol as well, which is like, yeah, pistol is actually extremely good, but again, you have a very heavy initiative cost on the number 5, and since you already have lower initiative by default by picking Spectre, then it's like, okay, so, and then you don't really get any value from pistol 5 because you have, if you run Scepter, you can't leap, you have no leap, you have no blast, so a headshot is nice and all, but yeah, it's just you just kind of lack any synergy between the weapons itself. So yeah, that's why I was a bit worried, but I like Scepters. I hope it remains good, because it's always enjoyable to play something else, as I said. Would you show the build with runes? You can just do !build and you'll get my link. I played the first weekend with Willbender. Yeah, I was not playing the first one, I think. Yeah, I did not play the first one. I played the second one a little bit. I didn't play that much Rev. I actually spent more time on Ellie. But I was trying to make like a more tankier Dagger Ellie due to the traits that you had in Catalyst. But yeah, it's... if Cloak and Dagger is unblockable? No, I don't like power creeping the game more. Like, we don't need more unblockable stuff. Like, everything already, like, I think there's too much of it already. Like, there should be, it shouldn't be just an easy thing to just use and then get away with it. It should, like, I don't mind, for example, if you have to commit like Passive Venom and then Cloak and Dagger to get it unblockable. Then at least you do something actively and it becomes a little bit more complex. But not having to think about when using a skill at all whatsoever, it kind of just defeats the purpose, in my opinion. Like yeah, it's the same with Swipe as well. That's why I prefer that they would revert it back to old steel. Like, I shouldn't just be able to press like Swipe and then just close my eyes and know that it will land unless you invul. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily have to rework. I mean, I think in general there's a lot of weapon sets for all classes that could go through reworks that are so underused, that has not been used since the beginning of the game probably. Now I don't know all the specs and weapons and stuff, but yeah, I think there's plenty of. I mean, some obviously they are probably hard to make good, but I think it would be enjoyable for the community as well, like just seeing stuff reworked. I can just press one button on Rev, yeah. Well, I mean, at least you're using something, like you don't have it automatically, so you have to Shiro port or whatever. unless you're talking about F2, I don't know, but you have to port in, and then, but you're actively making that choice, right? That now I need the unblockable. You don't have it on the same button, like, yeah, I don't know. So swipe, it's just you go and click it and boom. Yeah, I think Shield you could probably rework on Rev, for example. I think it only has use in like hand kiting. Do you even use that anymore? Hand kiting in like PvE, I think that's the only place I see it. After they power crept sword as well, obviously axe is not used as much, maybe in Condi builds, if even then. They also kind of compete with the same thing, like the axe 4 kind of competes with sword 5 with the change. So, but yeah, I really like the Rev Greatsword as well. So I think I'm happy for the Revs that they got at least a good weapon. That doesn't mean that it's gonna replace any of the weapons that they have, but it's definitely not bad whatsoever. So I think that one has potential for sure. I really like Scepter for a Spectre. I didn't play the other classes that much. Like I didn't play the first beta, so I have no idea. But I think Pistol for Harbinger was pretty good. It should replace Staff, yeah, because you have the block, right? It makes sense, yeah, but then it's still kind of offensive, and you do lose Condi Cleanse. So, and then you also have to ask yourself, is it worth to like you have to pick that trait line in order to get the Greatsword? Is it worth picking that trait line for just Greatsword? That's kind of the idea, yeah. Is the DH streaming? I think no. The shield trait helps with Condi Cleanse, but isn't the shield trait, or you mean like the dodge? Oh yeah, but that's in Herald. But I'm thinking about the new legend. So, sorry, the new elite spec of Rev. So if you want Greatsword, you have to pick. You can't pick a Herald trait line, right? Because shield is in Herald, no? I might be wrong, but. Yeah, but I don't know how I cannot remember how the Condi Cleanse on the new elite spec of Rev is. You do get like there's possibility of making it a bit of a different. I mean, but again, you kind of have to. If we're talking PvP perspective, you kind of have to first like what role are you gonna fill with this spec of Rev, right? So let's say, okay, I'm gonna compete with Herald or / Renegade, right? Let's say those are the two main specs Revs go to. Okay, so we know Power Herald has a lot of damage, etc., and then it's like, can this build with Greatsword with this new trade line? Can it compete with Herald? Because you lose Herald, right? Glint, you lose Glint. Can it compete? Like you're gonna have to run Shiro and Jalis and be like, okay, is this good enough as a roamer or / team fighter, whatever you want to call it, equal fighter? And you're like, okay, no, it doesn't work. Okay, well, let's try some other role, then let's try it as a 1v1, or can we build it into a 1v1 perspective? Can we build it into this? So you always have to kind of think, is this gonna improve our current role in any way? If it doesn't, then obviously then you can't pick that trait line just because of Greatsword. So gonna be hard to I mean, you can pick Devastation, but I think yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming if you pick the new elite spec, you would pick Devastation and Invocation still, if you would play the roamer spec. But if you're gonna build it into something else, then maybe Retro is attractive, but yeah. Again, it's hard to say. It's everything is connected as well, right? Like even if by paper and everything they look shit, in the end, if the meta changes, there's a possibility of classes changing too, right? Because the classes that are meta now might not be good into that class. And, yeah. Like, a good example would be in Path of Fire, you know, DP Thief was struggling in the meta, even though DP Thief was extremely good in the beginning, right? It's not like it was bad. It was just that the classes that became meta with Firebrand Scourge, then DP Thief could not really do anything good into that. And then you swap to SD Thief, even though they did power creep it a little bit, but it's still just the playstyle and slash the just what it offered, even in the same role, was just better. So you had to swap to SD, but if you removed like Firebrand Scourge from the equation, then DP would have been better, etc. So I think the new Vindicator at the end will be Condi perma dodging thing, like old Condi. I mean, I think Misha was experimenting. I obviously have no idea how good it will be, or I think he was mostly playing it as a 1v1er, like with the barrier trait. And I think a lot of people are expecting that to be a little bit obnoxious to play versus, but yeah, I think that's the one. But that's an entirely different rule. That's a 1v1 orientated build then. So. Hello Scobo. Condi on the news exactly. But yeah, obviously, like a lot of people have judged the classes. There's gonna come one more beta, and we're gonna get some changes. I don't know how many changes, how little. Is it gonna be design changes? Is it gonna be? Yeah, we don't know. So until then, I hope that they. I really do hope that they don't end up nerfing a lot of stuff, except like the obvious broken or like bugged things. I'm fine with fixing those, but starting to tune the elite specs already when you, I don't know what testing they have, like where they judge the testing from. Do they look at my stream when I play versus unranked players who don't dodge a single skill when I play full glass? Well, yeah, okay, then that sucks. They end up doing XYZ because they saw something in, like I could do the same thing by playing like dagger, you know, core dagger. So I do hope that they don't end up nerfing stuff just based on what they've seen for such a short time in like kind of, I don't know how to say, like irrelevant game mode. I don't know. It's like I would go and slap a golem, kind of. The thing that I like with Greatsword is that I really like the AoE pulse thingy. I don't know what it was, like the blasts. I can't remember, like I did not play it at all. I just kind of went in and tried it a little bit, that's it. Got a dagger storm here. I got the CO too. No, dude, what the fuck? They have Glyph too, so we have to kill him now. Dude, how? I don't see the Ellie. Need to cleave it though. I'm a bit pressured. They could kill the Ellie actually. Oops. It's actually kinda okay that he uses the CC on me, because then that allows me to be more offensive already. Yes, he'll still. I have no peels, so I don't see the Ellie actually. I got it. want him to glyph there, so... Oh, we got it. I don't see the... There was a soul beast here, I guess he's going... They're chasing him, okay. He's dead. I can go for the cap, they're cleaving him, so it should be fine. No, what? Ooh, oh, did he get fuck? I did not think he... But yeah, I guess he's playing full Zerg, so... He's like 11k HP DH, so... I guess... Yeah, just a little bit scary there. I need to swap to the other. Oh. He got this, yeah. Should I hear? What? He runs the block? Oh, how am I revealed so long? He's dead. Yeah. He's dead by the ticks of burn, so... There's nothing around so he can cleave it. So, what? Oh, he did. There's a D. Okay. I didn't know if he was gonna put... I guess it's... I don't know. He can just push us for free, and neither of us are really 1v1ers, so we can't really take the fight. I think maybe... Oh yeah, he's gonna end up going close. Yeah. I'll just have to trade, but they're kind of zerging. I don't know who's... I think the best... Yeah, I don't know actually. It's kind of awkward. Steve is on far. They're getting... I mean, we're getting a lot of kills, so... What best would be for them to fight, I think. He's gonna block now. Okay, just put down. He's using poison field a lot, so he's losing a lot of initiative just for that. Oh, is it still too loud? I can lower it a little bit more. There we go. Dodge, Tiger Storm him. Is that here? I don't know if... Oh yeah, the Ellie is coming. Fuck. Oh, he... Okay. Well, that's... I guess not. Yeah, I do look forward to the beta, see what changes they made, and I'm assuming that will be... I don't think they will specifically say anything, but I'm assuming that will be the last changes that we will know of, at least to be able to try. And I will probably then like make a little bit of a video saying, like, giving my thoughts and etc. And then we'll see. Oh, I didn't think he would dodge there. Oh, that was a bit greedy for me, but he's using a lot of like poison field. I don't think that's smart, because you go out of initiative so quick. I can put smoke screen for him if he wants to blast it. Oh, he doesn't. He should die here. Fucking 2v2 with I was just gonna say he's gonna steal, and I was gonna free Dagger Storm, but it's fine. Damn, that rev thing actually does hurt. He's gonna return. No. He's gonna start 5. Let's see the Ellie. They should be fine without me. Yeah, there's 2 dead, so 2 on respawn and 1 down. They didn't give the rest though. Did he self-res or did the Ellie come from respawn? Actually, I'm sure. No, the Ellie came, yeah. That makes sense. What? How does he stealth that quick with that thing? Like, there is no way he cast it that quick. Dagger Storm. He's gonna sick him. Yeah, I was gonna say. No, what? No, I have the... Fuck, I forgot I have the... Okay, that fucked me over. I have the retargeting thingy. Okay, he actually managed to... So if I don't remove my target from him, it will... what's it called? Lock to current ground target, whatever it's called, yeah. Jesus Christ. I was gonna blast the field for myself, but it ended up not working, so... That was a bit funny. What? Where the fuck did he go? Jesus Christ, that's so far. Oh, he gets the decap because of that. Oh, forget, we go fight. There's more fun to kill, I guess. He's dead. No. He's gonna... Feels bad, man. I think the... Gonna shadow step before, so he can't shadow sword 3. Immobilize him here. Poison field for the days. He's gonna start 5 soon. There we go. Now he has... okay, he doesn't heal either. No valid path, now we got it. But Deep is gonna respawn to us soon. Binding powder, I was revealed, but yes, heal still. We would kill him after, but I should have killed him before, I think. But yeah, I don't actually remember. Willbender, they got sword. Harbinger, they got pistol. Who else was in the first beta? Oh yeah, Mesmer. They got dagger, right? Virtuoso, yeah. But yeah, I didn't really try the other classes. I was not really actively playing when the first beta was here, so I did not try any of the builds. And yeah, the second one was Rev, Ellie, and What was the warrior? Yeah. Yeah, I did not try warrior whatsoever. I did not even create a warrior character. I just created Rev, looked a little bit, and Ellie I played a little bit. And the third one was I just played Spectre. I did not play NG. Paranoia, thank you so much for the 11 months, soon 1 year. You play Pistol Dagger Condi, but you want to try something new? No, I mean, I think I don't think Pistol Dagger Condi is that bad. It's not as good as it used to be. I think it could actually surprise a lot of people. That people still play it. But yeah, it got nerfed a lot. So it's definitely not as good as it used to be. The heal. He's gonna signal I can't. Just checking if the thief, yeah, he's going for the rest. Daggerstorm here, he's gonna steal into. Dropped it? No, I didn't have time. Let's swap into. He's going for the rest again. Jesus Christ, that was close. I did not think he would go for the second time. But yeah, I think as thief, I think it's always great to. What the fuck did we just? All 5 push here, no one caps. I like it. But yeah, I think it's always good that you learn the other specs of thief, just so you get used to it. Because you never know, like it's even if you enjoy one spec the most, like I've always been stubborn with not really playing Condi. It's not really been what I enjoy. So it's mostly been the sword dagger Condi that I've never really enjoyed, and pistol dagger. But I also with pistol dagger, I always felt as if the current power build was always better, you know. So he's probably self-resting on Reach. I'm just gonna go leave him now. Fucking Can Scout, isn't that? He's like an old school player. Weird. Yeah, I think like for example on Spectre, I wouldn't really mind, but I feel like the whole playstyle of that spec is way different as well. So that's why I guess I don't mind that much if I would ever go and play Condi. I obviously always aim to make power work. Yeah, well, it's Knight. I swear, like I recognize some of these Knight. Like I know Can Scout is super old school. He used to play Ranger. He overheated, I think. No. He might. I fear you might kill him here, but he's gonna Signet, then I can't. Yeah, I got it actually. He's stomping him, that's good. I swear that little thing there, that jumping spot is like the biggest death trap there is in this game. Because you can actually get stuck in this thing here, and then you can't get out. Or like, yeah, look, it happens so many times. Here as well, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, Pistol Dagger Core Thief is obviously way different compared to what DP Daredevil is. I don't actually see if he's self-resing. No, he's not. So yeah, it's the playstyle is a little bit different. It's a little bit slower. But if you think about it this way, Pistol Dagger should be like the Condi Pistol Dagger is slower on, at rotating because you don't have the same mobility. Because yeah, you're core and you don't have dash, you don't have like the small amount of. He's probably gonna try to press him now. I was going for it. Probably shut it. I don't know if he shut. I think he shut. Yeah, he's going here. He's going for. Stealth before steal. And Dagger Storm into him. Headshot him. No, I shouldn't have used the F2 there. It's he stealths up. Just one stealth though, so yeah. Stole into me. Alright. I'll just do a few more ticks in case they go here. But yeah, it's slower on rotating, but I guess you could argue that it does have a little bit more damage, because if they can't cleanse your burst of Condi, then yeah, you will obviously do way more damage than you could ever do on what DP does, right? But in the end, it's kind of the same idea. You rotate slower, but you do more damage. And in the end, it's gonna matter who kills the fastest. If you kill faster, even though you're slower at rotating, it's all like you have to count, right? Let's say it takes 30 seconds for DP Daredevil to kill, but for you it would take 40. Well, then you're slower, right? So the Daredevil should have more. It should be better. So yeah. So yeah, but you also have to think about other things as well, like Pistol Dagger Condi, like how easy do you get caught? Like, do you die easily on that spec? It was extremely good actually before they nerfed Portal. Like Shadow Portal used to be, it was like every thief ran it, right? Because it was 60 seconds. You put it down and it would last for 60 seconds. And you can use it while you're CC'd, etc. And it's stealth, it's a free port, like yeah, you port, you know, and you can go decap. And the matchup versus DP Thief into Condi Thief, I'd say it was mostly favoring the Condi Thief, because eventually you just run out of cleanse, you know. But yeah, with Shadow Portal you kind of became immortal on Pistol Dagger Thief, so you could always just port out, boom, and you would be safe. And you would, since you ran Carrion, you wouldn't really get one shot either, since you had so much HP compared to what you have on DP. But after they nerfed it, then you run like I guess I actually don't know what you run anymore. If you run a Venom and then you run Venom and then you run Refuge. I guess some people run Smokescreen and no Venoms at all, but you have less damage then. And I think Thieves Guild ate quite a lot of nerfs as well. I think it got. I actually don't remember. But yeah, it's a lot of things made it. I mean, all the Shadow Arts nerfs that they kept doing in order to make Shadow Arts less played, obviously also automatically hit that spec, including Shortbow 5 nerf. Like that affects Core Thief even more. So all the Core Thief specs due to the Shortbow 5 nerf was also hitting Condi PD really hard, because you already lack a lot of mobility, and you were using Shortbow to use your, to move around, right? But with Daredevil you can just dash and you can actually just Heartseeker. You don't really necessarily have to do Shortbow 5. you can, but since it costs way more initiative now, you can still just Heartseeker, and with swiftness it's less initiative cost and still mobility, you know. So that's why I felt like all the things that they made kind of hit Core Thief way more than any other spec of Thief. I guess Daredevil, the Deadeye to some extent too. Not the short bow nerfs, but you don't really run. I guess you can run Shadow Arts on Deadeye, but like the Mara nerf amulet that hits core specs of Thief, like SD core, core DP, Deadeye. Not Daredevil. Daredevil you can actually get away with playing Zerk amulet, but you can't on any other Thief build. Like if I would go core here, let's say I would play Shadow Arts, Trickery, I would probably go Crit Strikes. So with Divinity Rune I have 13.6k HP, and we also lose out on the minus 10% damage modifier, like minus 10% damage taken. So we're extremely squishy. Like anyone sneezing at us, we would just fall over. Especially Condi. And if you pick Mara, you lose out on so much damage compared to, you would obviously have to run like Mara Scholar or something. And yeah, it's just way less damage than what you would do on like Zerk and Div. So I mean, yeah, it's just. You feel like you're trash. I like Channel Vigor. Yeah, I really like Channel Vigor too. It just feels so bad to pick without brawlers. Like, if like, for example, now you pick Shadow Arts, right? And you pick this trait. You don't necessarily pick it for the stealth. Is the stealth good? Yes, absolutely. You pick it mainly due to the reduced cooldowns of deceptions, right? If we pick Smokescreen, like you're literally 4 deception skills that you're picking. Like your elite is irrelevant anyways on Daredevil, but you can pick whatever. But 4 of your best utilities, you like heal, you could argue that other heals are better, but you need to have good Condi Cleanse since you drop Signet. You don't have Signet of Signet Agility, so you don't really have any Condi Cleanse apart from your actual heal or Shadow Step, right? So yeah, and obviously on short bow if you go short bow, but that means that you go defensive, which you don't really want to. But yeah, so you have to run this heal. If I don't run this heal, I'm relying on not getting, like I have to blow my whole Shadow Step just to, and that's 3 Condis that I can't cleanse. Like that's just not good enough. There's just so little Condi Cleanse in Thief in general. Apart from like the heal here has really good burst cleanse. But like if Condi wasn't an issue, I would pick Channel Vigor every single time. But you also lose out on like Hiding Shadows is just good on every single area. The only time where it gets a little bit awkward is when you get revealed, because it gets kind of scuffed, right? Like you lose out on your whole value. But you can also use this heal both, like think about it this way, like offensively, but you can also use it to mind game the enemies in order to like make them rotate. You've seen many times when we fight in middle of Legacy and they have one of their side noders coming into middle and they're so afraid of getting decap. All I have to do is stealth up once, and they're gone. They're already like running to their node. They're so scared. And you can control the enemies pretty easily by just stealthing. And the more stealth you have, obviously the better. And this heal is one of them, especially with that trait. So yeah, but yeah, Channel Vigor has 30-second cooldown without the... You have to pick the trait, which you can't, since then you have to go Marauder, right? Because if I drop the HP trait, then yeah, I'm just I'm so squishy that I yeah.
Gentlemen.
And I don't want to go. Holy, oh, that's a lot of condi. Look there, for example, I would have been dead on Channel Vigor, right? And we juke him. We're gonna blow one more stealth. I'm just gonna. This is a little bit feels bad, man, because if they have, did they have a guard actually? No, they don't. Okay, never mind then. I thought they had a guard, so we could. Daze him. Gonna heal here. Bind his pull. We stomp him. We go decap after. But yeah, just they have increased the initiative cost of Thief in general so much that just getting more like basic stealth is so valuable. I can't afford to full cap here, I think, because I'll end up getting Zerg. No, I was just gonna say. Did it kill something? I think something is really, yeah. Yeah, we wanted to get rid of the chill, so we don't have to get the proc of. No, I missed the timing. I don't know if anything is actually here, but I just oops. The fact it cleanses damage specific, yeah, it's well, it actually like it does cleanse most of the really tough condis, but funny enough, this heal is actually kind of one of the worst into core necro, which is actually quite funny. Because you get torment proc, right? And then it's like, well, fuck, I'm dead now, because you can't cleanse torment with this. Well, yeah, there we go. That's one of the weaknesses of this heal as well. We managed to survive though. But yeah, what the fuck? That's actually kind of funny. Maybe it was planned. I get more HP by rallying. But yeah, I really. I think the least favorite heal for me personally is probably Withdraw. I feel like that's the one I don't like. It's not a bad heal at all, but I find it kind of boring. Channel Vigor, I think it could. How do you say it? Like, I like the fact. But again, it's kind of. I like the fact that all heals sort of have like, but you can counterplay them. Channel Vigor is quite fast to cast, right? So it's. We got this heal actually. This is a bit greedy now because I'm probably gonna get stunned. Yeah, well, but I'm dead. If yeah, okay, I can. How can I not port up there? Actually, that's quite funny. Did my port not just go? Did it just go out in the air? I don't think Serum is maybe if he has seen it. Yeah, he does. Or they stealthed him as well, so that's good. So they can't interrupt him. I mean, he could just blow stab anyways. So they they don't really have steel. Got the Signet. Get a Dagger Storm here, he's gonna Signet now. No, I got blasted randomly. I'm dead. But he's dead too. I don't know how that CC'd me. I'm fine anyways. He won't stomp me before. Unless Mishak leaves him? No. Okay. I don't know why he's... I guess he doesn't have... I guess he was full on heat or something. I think he should just have gone hollow form and cleaved. Or like if he had shield, he could have knocked back the engine. Well, I actually don't remember if he was stomping me. But yeah, this game is kind of over anyways. Does not matter. But yeah, you have it's actually quite funny in that we got the heal. S, he's gonna S here. Heal, interrupt him. He's gonna block. One more heal, interrupt him. Yeah, it's the first 3 traits in Daredevil is actually like all of them are extremely good. I guess Channel Vigor trait is the one that is the least good one, so to say. But it makes Channel Vigor actually feel way better. Like just getting extra endurance and lower cooldown is just so much better than like you can't play it without it basically. So yeah. Placing. Yes, probably staff file. Remember when Withdraw had 12 seconds? There's a lot of crazy stuff that's been in this game, but yeah. But yeah, Withdraw is actually extremely good into core necros, etc. And obviously Mirage, since you like if you cast heal, like if you do hide in shadows into a Mirage and he gets you erupted once, like it's just so good. Just got juke, no. Just gotta try to heal here. Interrupt him. No. I could have probably interrupted one more time, but I actually thought he would die. He's dead. But I thought he would die. Was this finals? I think so, right? No. Okay. How long is this AT? But yeah, I think you could see. I think the main problem is that this trait just becomes mandatory due to Marauder nerf. The amulet, that is. I think if they actually reverted Mara nerf, you could definitely see, like, try different builds, especially with core as well. Like core thief suffers so much from the Mara nerf. Like I don't mind playing this build, so to say, right? And you can also go. Let's say they nerf Shadow Wards eventually. You can still do Zerk Amulets, and you can still use this heal. It's not bad whatsoever. You lose 6 seconds of cooldown. You lose a little bit of stealth, but you still Condi cleanse. But let's say you want to go like you go Deadly Arts or Crit Strikes, whatever. You can still do Withdraw. Like Withdraw is 25 seconds. It still does remove Condis as well. So yeah, I still don't think. I mean, yeah, if I don't know, it's I think with Mara change, you could easily try these three builds, and you would get different. Like you could also try different runes. Right now, you have to pick. You're basically stuck with 2 runes. You're stuck with Zerk Amulet. Well, Zerk, yeah, obviously you play Zerk because that's the most damage. But you cannot pick any other amulet other than Divinity and Vamp, right? If I go Scholar, I'm too squishy. If I go anything, yeah, I have to have Divinity or anything that gives me 10% HP. So it's yeah, you can you need to have I think you have to be top 25 in a season, active season, or you get placed. Is it top 3 in a monthly? Yeah, okay, well, wait. Yeah, top 3, third to fourth, you get like a temporary one for 2 weeks. I think it's the same for top 25 in ranked. I don't think it says here, but I think you get it, yeah. It's either that or they up the base health a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how they would do that, to be honest. Like, I think the only 2 classes that heavily suffers from the Mara nerf is actually Guardian and Thief. Those are the 2. Like, if you want to do power damage, you have to, as I said already, Daredevil, you can get away with it but you're stuck in the same. You have no diversity, right? You're stuck in the same thing. But and Guardian as well. Like, if you want to play damage, you have to, and you want to play Zerk, you're gonna be 11k HP. They can't even. Yeah, it's just you're so squishy. Like, Naru is playing like glass cannon longbow with Trapper Rune, so he's 11k HP. And you saw what happened in the Kylo game, like a thief sneezed at him and he just blew over. Like, it's, yeah. How do you do that purple shot on enemy? What do you mean? This one? It's the number 4 on pistol. Both pistol, like both offhand skills of thief, the headshot and black powder does. But it's yeah, I have a legendary skin, so that's why it's. Yeah, and if you want to try any other like core build, like I don't, like for example, a lot of people are trying SD Thief, which is like if they enjoy SD, they should absolutely try it. But same thing there, you can't get away with playing core SD Thief anymore because like Acro is kind of nerfed in general, or it is very nerfed actually, and you can't play Zerk Amulet on core SD Thief. You just same problem there. If you want to pick a damage oriented rune, yeah, you're gonna be 11k HP. If you pick like Vamp rune, you're not even 14k HP. Like a rev porting into you, you're deleted. It's like you're just too squishy. And if you go Mara on core, then yeah, you just don't have enough damage. Like yeah, it's not worth it. That's why you do the same thing on SD Daredevil. You pick Zerk, you go Divinity or Vamp, and then you go Marauder's Resilience, and that's it. Guard got nerfed, so they cannot even. Yeah, that's actually kind of funny because you have Core Ranger who gets away with it so easily with just their trait line alone. But yeah, I don't know. I wish that I understand that it would be a bit problematic, but that's why I like Walrus World a lot, where they allow you yourself kind of like tune your own build, right? Like how do you explain it? Perfect example would be, I guess, GVGs in I don't know how many of you actually play Walrus World or GVG, but so let's say Staff Thief. A lot of Thief players, or like all GVG Eagles, run Thief more or less, right? And as Thief, you play Staff. Like you're a glass cannon. You play Crit Strikes, Trickery, and Daredevil. And everyone is playing like 20k HP full Marauder. Meanwhile, I feel like I can go down to 16.7k HP, so 16,700. I feel like that's where I cannot go lower than that, right? Then I'll just die to anyone sneezing at me. But so at least, but there I can tweak. If I was in PvP, I would be stuck with the same HP as everyone else, right? And that's kind of how like that's what I would want PvP to be as well, right? If I feel more comfortable dropping my HP to a certain degree where I still feel like, okay, I'm not gonna feed, I'm not gonna struggle by having this HP. Meanwhile, some other players, they might have to pick that HP in order to survive, etc. So that's, yeah, just being able to swap your stats, like tweak your gear so much, makes it quite enjoyable. Also, Mara is unnerfed. I mean, yeah, well, it's hard to compare anything to Walrus World in general with PvP, because you have everything there. You have runes, sigils, food, like utility stones. Like there's just too many factors. But all I mean is that, like here, so I have full legendary armor, right? So I can't showcase to you now. I guess I can. Wait, I can. I forgot that they actually fixed this. Wait, 1 second. Someone subbed. Boom! Thank you so much for the sub. 6 months. Let's see. We do this. Zerk. I hope. I guess I don't break you, right? I can use. Did I not remove? I always. No, fuck. No, whatever. I went into PvE. It should be the same thing. Same thing there. So I have 16.6k HP, right? Let's say I'm like, okay, look, I want to go squishier. So let's say this is what the standard thief runs, but I feel like, okay, look, I can comfortably, like I can be at 15.7k HP, right? So I can then drop some pieces. Okay, we've dropped some more. So I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to look. I got some different stats. I swapped my gear a little bit, and now I'm at lower HP, but I traded it for more damage, whatever. That's what I kind of wish that we had in PvP as well, but it's just more freedom. It's obviously, yeah, it's hard to compare everything to Walrus World, but like you have all the old sigils that you don't have in PvP anymore. Like we have air in Walrus World, like we have celerity. Like hell, we don't even. Okay, that was finals. Yeah, you like pack rune, for example, that it doesn't even exist. Like you have pack rune, like yeah, there's before the trade system you kind of had that. Yeah, I mean it's just that you can't really tweak. Like this is boom, you pick this amulet and this is what you're stuck with, right? You can't really tweak whatever you want, and so yeah. I just wish that you could like maybe, I don't know how they would do that though, but yeah, that you could just pick what piece you wanted, or but yeah, I don't think they will do that. So.
Gentlemen in the mix.
But yeah, I mean, you don't really necessarily I really don't think you even have to run what's it called? You don't really have to run you don't have to run Mara in general in Walrus World. Like I think my staff build is actually, I think it's maybe it does have some Mara piece, but you can do Zerk Valk as well completely fine. Doesn't mean that Mara is bad at whatsoever. You can absolutely run. What do I have? I have food buffs now though, so oh okay, I did have a lot of Mara actually. Zerk, Mara, Zerk, Zerg. I thought I had one I actually don't remember. But yeah. A lot of, yeah, as I said, like a lot of thieves in Wolves World, like the GVGs, whatever, they run like full Mara. Yeah, like every single thing is Mara, but I would probably get up to 20k HP with that, but I don't feel like I need it. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, I don't feel like I have the... Yeah, and the funny thing is, if you actually think about it, the damage difference is not that huge. It shouldn't be that big, but I just feel... I don't know, it's just kind of the mindset. Full Mara, 16, full Zerg, 16k, staff 5. Yeah, I actually really had a blast of doing GVGs and stuff. And yeah, I did find a little bit of a trick. I guess it's kind of fine now that no guilds actually play. So every single thief build was running energy and force sigil, and I was thinking to myself, like, why force sigil? Like, force sigil is so bad. Like, it does not. If you crit, like, it's like you can maybe do a little bit, like 1k more damage difference or whatever. But if you slap on Hydro with your stats and stuff, like you will absolutely shred people. Like, what the fuck? Like, and when I swapped to that, I think every single thief started playing with that after. I know that warriors and like other classes were running Hydro, but no thief was running Hydro as far as I know. So, but yeah, you could do some absolutely nasty damage with that. Yeah, I mean, it's not entirely about the chill, but you can crit up to like 5k with this shit. Like, if I'm fully buffed, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, you staff 5 into a Zerg and you crit, which you obviously will do most likely, because yeah, you will be with crit strikes. That's 9% more, no, 10% more. So yeah, you're close to 100% with spotter or whatever. You would probably have. Yeah, but yeah, let's say you crit 15k and then you weapon swap. That's 20k. There's no one who's gonna tank that. It's just no way. So yeah, Hydra is extremely good though. But yeah, I just wish that they gave us a little bit. I understand what they've been doing all the years, that they've kind of like. All the stuff makes it broken in PvP, right? It's harder to balance because the damage was so high, etc. But if I compare it to PvP, where I have Wolves World, where I have so much more diversity, sure, everything, there's no node we're talking about are there stuff that are absolutely broken from every single class that you can pick? Yeah, sure, but at least I have the possibility of swapping around as much as I can. Which I can't do in PvP, and that's the problem that I have. Yeah, it's called Arcane Battle Staff. It was in the Black Lion chest, but you can buy it right now for 60 statues. So you get one statue guaranteed per chest you open, and then you have a chance of getting 2 and more. Yeah, you can even get 25. So yeah, but yeah, it used to be in like as an uncommon drop, but now it's here, so you can buy it if you have the statues. But yeah, anyways, I think yeah, I don't really feel like queuing. Maybe I can actually. Do you want to queue? The Arcane Staff. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of I like a lot of staffs. I can't really pick. There's a lot of good ones, to be honest. I guess it depends on what you like. I was so annoyed because I have I really like this one with the red. Like, you look at the graphics in front, it looks kind of shit, but just because it has the red glow, it's. You stop playing? Well, most guilds stopped playing because well, Edge of the Mist is bugged, and the GVG tournament got cancelled due to the bugs as well. So double staff only important for that sigil proc? Well, yeah, you run. You do need to run. So in GVGs you start with dagger pistol to drop powder, right? And then you swap into your double staff, yeah. And you run quick pockets, so you get initiative back from swapping weapons. And what other weapon set would you want to swap into? There's no real reason to swap into DP because you don't really do anything. And yeah, then you have energy on both, and then you run.
In the mix.
But yeah, there's a bug right now in Edge of the Mist due to alliances. So when you get more than one overflow, I guess even just one, it kind of gets bugged and people can't join the overflow. You just get an error, even though the map is completely empty. And yeah, Init is not fixing that. I don't know if they will fix it. And yeah, the GVG tournament just got cancelled, and then people don't really. I do have footage, but I was thinking about making some sort of like little montage, whatever, but I can't just release raw footage because it's with voice. But I do have, yeah. So maybe if I have some time, I'll put out some, because I had a lot of fun in that, and yeah, it was it's kind of sad that we can't. But no one really wants to play. Those was full gameplay raw footage is suiting as hell. Well, I mean, this is with our guild, like GVG is actual like 15v15 with voice comms. I can't release that, so it might get fixed on Alliance launch whenever that comes. Well, yeah, might, but that doesn't help now, right? So that's the problem. No one really wants to play because you just get stuck and you can't. Oh, you mean roaming? Yeah. I mean, this is not really roaming. This is GVGs and stuff. So yeah, I try to record every time I roam, and sometimes it's not really. I actually had a lot of fun with. I don't remember if I recorded a lot, but I had a fucking blast doing. There was me like with the no down state. There was me and a guy who we were fighting at the camp. Like we were 2vx for like probably like just like they were. It was their camp near their spawn, and we killed them, and they kept running back. Like they were 5 people or something, and they kept running back, and we kept killing them for like probably close to 10 minutes. It was so funny. And I remember there was in World War I was just roaming, and it was, I think Monuments was one of the dailies, and the whole Zerg was there. But so as Steve, yeah, you can go in and burst like some squishy. You will always find the people. You can see the people that have weak gear or they have a bad spec or whatever, and low ranks, and you pick one of the targets and you're like, okay, look, I can burst him down, but you will never be able to cleave him, right? So, but with this no down state, you can just blow someone up and they're dead, and then just rinse and repeat. So yeah, 2 weeks till the next dose of Spectre. Yeah, I'm looking forward to play Spectre again for sure, and I think yeah, I will make. Like, I wanted to make a lot of videos now that I've had some spare time as well, but I'm just so tired, so I don't really have the energy. Like I want to do more on my YouTube. Open Zerg. I didn't really do anything about open field. Like we didn't really do anything like that at all. We just GVG'd, which is fine. Was that bow skin? It was in the gems Black Lion chest, but I don't dare to open the trading post because I crashed. No, it's called Vermilion short bow. But you can't really do guild versus Zerg that good anymore. Like back in core you could, but now you just get served, so you can't. 15v20, 1520 versus 4050, yeah maybe, but I don't think you can do like back in core you could probably do like 20 versus like an 80 man blob, and you could still like 60-80 man, you could still get away with it. But yeah, I actually didn't think that I would enjoy GVGs at all, and I had no idea how to play. Like, you guys have to realize that I have not GVG'd since core times, right? Like yeah, it's been over 6-7 years or more, and it wasn't even the same thing. You can try, yeah, no, you can actually. Like perma-evade staff thief is actually pretty nuts. No, the only time I would struggle on staff thief is when it gets really laggy, like latency lag, where your skills don't go off at all. Then you're pretty much fucked. So you got to legend with thief because, well, yeah, I don't really stream as much anymore because well, one, I have a son, so he's the older he gets, the more yeah, we do stuff, and you just get exhausted. You don't really have the energy to stream and stuff. That's why I also don't do voice. Like, I just kind of wanna play, but I also do feel bad that I don't stream, so I just slap on the stream and I try to do no voice, just because it's relaxing for me to game, right? It kind of makes me, yeah, cool down, I guess. Yeah, I swear they should rename the Sentinel outfit to Syndroner outfit. Yeah, my dog is fine still. Wait, actually, let me see if I can. Let me see. But yeah, it took a while to adapt to the like GVG, like this type of playstyle of thief, because it's, as I said, like I never really played melee thief before, so it wasn't really yeah, it was a bit different. Let me see if I can oh yeah, like you guys don't see anything right now. Let's see. How about now? You guys see this? Like, oh my god, the damage is so fun to play. Like, there's no way you see this type of numbers in PvP ever. So the numbers are pretty high. Like, with like, if you Zerg, even if you're outnumbered and stuff, you can easily survive on thief, because you just perma evade spam, and yeah, that's 16k with Signet, and then imagine if I'm fully buffed as well, and then I also weapon swap with Hydro, like that's probably 30k more. And it hurt you. I mean, they were releasing skins for every class, right? They made pistol for when Harbinger came out. I don't know if they did sword or whatever, but yeah, the bound. I mean, they also buffed bound, which is, I think does it apply in, yeah, I think it got applied to Wallace Wall as well. But it's it got buffed from 10 to 15%. Yeah, you can probably do way more. Like, it depends on obviously what the enemy runs, and like everything aligned, you can probably do, yeah, crazy amount of. Oh, you mean staff 5? But yeah. Scepter. There's actually 2 scepters though. There is another scepter called Stone Shard, I think. But that one's been out for like before though. But this one is huge. It kind of shrinks and then it's really I'm never ever gonna get over this one though. This one is the best. You've never seen it. I've showed it so many times on my stream. It's I don't know why it's here, but it's under weapon skins and called large bundle. I don't know what it is, but I think it, yeah, I don't know. Oh my god. But yeah, I do have the shade-bound scepter. I wish it was a little bit bigger though, the shade-bound, because I like the legendary Xyuquatl or whatever, but the problem is that when you have it stowed, this little animal, it actually shows out of stealth. so it's quite obvious where you are when you, unless you put like unstow the scepter, so to say. So yeah, that's kind of, I guess I'll have to end up making Metrologicus or whatever it's called. You like the Dark Fractal Scepter skin, the Abyssal one? Yeah, I don't know. I like. We'll see what we do, but Abyssal Scepter. This one is also pretty okay, I guess. I don't really like the design, but I liked the purple. It would fit the shroud as well, but Abyss Scepter. There. This one, you mean? Yeah, I also don't really like the. I think I have the, what's it called, Ziff? No. What's the skin called from I always forget. You have this one, but what's the purple one called? I don't see it. Do I not have the bow? Maybe I have the pistol actually. Am I blind? Pinnacle. Oh yeah. So Pinnacle Scepter. I guess this one is also. Yeah, I don't know about the Metrologicus. I've never really been a fan of it, like how it looks. The projectiles is pretty cool though, but the actual skin itself kind of looks ugly. How is the state of the game 2 to 3 years later? I think Path of Fire, like the current expansion, has been like, in terms of PvP, I feel like it's one of the worst. It has never really been good, at least. I mean, that's my opinion in the end, right? But the thing is, Glover, the game, you know yourself, the game is free. You can go in and play, try it for yourself, form an opinion, see what you like. Do you like it or not? And yeah, but I don't really like those. Those ones are so tiny. Like I want to, I don't know how to, like how. I wish that they made, I swear that if they made Vermilion Scepter, hear me out, it makes Vermilion Scepter. I don't know, it's not really, I don't really like any. Oh yeah, there is one that I actually really like, but that's, well, really like, I guess it's not the correct either. But it's, you get it from those, honor monument thingy from Guild Wars 1, so I obviously don't have them. This is one of the ones you were talking about, but I'm sure there's gonna come some skins eventually as well. I guess. But yeah, I don't remember what it's called. It's Wayward Scepter, maybe. Yeah, I like bone. This one has unique projectiles, I think, when you shoot from it. But yeah, we'll see what I'll end up using. Maybe I won't stealth so much, so I will still use the legendary, or I won't care. Let them follow me in stealth. Yeah, I think so too. It's well, it's the stove, but I think it's also oh no, this is gonna be the crash. I feel it. Rest in pepperoni. The only skin I really like was that bow you have. Yeah, imagine if there's a greatsword skin that looks like this. I can't open now, but yeah, you have a greatsword skin that looks exactly like this. I don't know if there's a throne. Obviously, I think it was in the same. But yeah, you have greatsword of this. You have longbow, shortbow. They look the same. And the greatsword. Yeah, I have the greatsword too. Where is it? Novelties. Yeah, this one. It's the same as well. Torch. Oh yeah, torch. It's like a little feather. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right now you cannot get the bow, no, but it will come. So what Ainet has started doing is that so this bow was from the Black Lion chest, right? You have a chance of getting it with keys, which is a bit random. So you can be very unlucky. But eventually they put them into a tab of, like, they have these Black Lion statuettes, which opens up like a unique vendor, whatever. And they add these unique skins eventually into the rotation there for 60 statuettes. You get guaranteed one per key that you open. And you also have a chance of getting... Oh, I didn't really look at their comp. I should probably have swapped spec, but whatever. You can also get obviously more per key that you open. I think the rare proc can give you 25. I also think that you can get between, just from uncommon, can be like 2 to 4, whatever. So, okay. And boys is just jogging far. I'm gonna go help close, let boys 1v1. Yes, portal. I have to put this one down. I should be fine. You might board into me, that's fine then. Might end up just going to boys now. I just kind of... I'm fine, he's not really doing any follow-up. Now we can reuse. If I would have used my return there just by his elite there, that would have been kind of bad, because like, look, now I got value by keeping my return. Yeah, I think my team should have just kind of disengaged there. I think that was the play. They just have a better fight, like support into no support. I mean, no, to be honest, like if they were not that like I wouldn't say bad, but if they were a bit better, I think they could have easily done better. He's gonna die. Oh, my port actually fine. He's gonna... I don't know if the Ellie is here, no. We kinda wanna get the decap. Yeah, he got the glyph now. No, we actually got the cleave. Maybe we... Oh, this is actually not bad. I sort of want to go help close, but now I'm too far away. Let's just hope that our warrior is actually winning this. I don't really need to go and plus this, but I think it's just It's a kill, regardless. They're they're taking a long time to kill our guide. I think our Necro should probably have plus close though, rather than. I mean, it's not that terrible to help, I guess, either. That random dodge actually saved him, funny enough. Got his heal. He got the. Ooh, I'm dead here. I survived. That was fucking close. I completely forgot about the Mesmer. Jesus, that gave me a heart attack. But yeah, I don't know why they keep pushing into close. They should just... yeah, as I said, if that Necro would have gone to +1 our warrior, that would have been a guaranteed kill. Instead he tries to salvage a fight that is kind of already lost, and he ends up undead here. Actually, never mind, I survived. Daze him. I don't know if boys can clear, he can stomp it, right? They're not stomping. I'm dead then. Oh, if this, well, they do get the kill again though, that's big, but he's glyphing him, maybe? No, he's Obsidian actually. But yeah, you should never really try to reinforce a lost fight. Now we we lost the node, I guess you can say, because, well, the warrior we didn't manage to kill the guy, so he eventually had to leave, I guess. That was... I have to kind of leave here. There's a lot of kills in middle though, I hope they can clean that up. Daze him. No, dude, is he gonna die with the traps? That would be fucking funny. I hope they're not giving res, because yeah, that would be. I do think that they should be cleaving the guy out, because the Ellie, if he gets the signet off, that's gonna be very unfortunate. Did he die? Hello? No way. He fucking got the decap for free because this Necro. Whatever, it's just decap. But he almost died, he just jumped through that twice. Oh my god, that random daze from the Mesmer legit saved him. This is really risky and greedy. I don't see the Ellie. He got the glyph. I'm dead. No. Yeah, this is not good because I think we're gonna end up at least, yeah, this warrior is smart, he's actually disengaging. I think that's the correct move, to be honest. In this scenario, we need to ensure that we can disengage. Can maybe kill the oh, that's really bad. The mess is going middle. I really want to greed for the decap. He might step up. We keep an eye on him. We stay here. Nope. Boys died there. I might get the decap for this though. Oh, my music died. No way, dude. Okay, we did. I'm dead here though. That's actually maybe not. Oh, I might actually. Just how does he run? My god, that heal interrupt. I didn't even think that he had the mantra. I should have paid attention to that. If I wouldn't have gotten my heal interrupted there, I would have had my heal here and I would have gotten away, but now we don't have it, so unfortunate. That decap is then definitely not worth it, right? Like, I'm trading a decap for my death, and well, they do get a kill. I don't think they can. I hope they can cleave it though. Boys gets free. No, he's in a good 1v1. If they get the cleave here before the signet, that's gonna be. No, they got the glyph though. So Boys just kind of pushes him. We're gonna try to cover close. The Mesmer is pushing here. He has portal, that's fine. He's gonna portal. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna try. What the fuck? The Mesmer took the portal, I think. We're gonna dodge. He Obsidian's actually really good for me. Gonna steal on Ellie. We go middle. This Ellie is actually not smart. I don't know why he would go and plus. If you play support and you're plus oneing, that makes no sense at all. I have no follow up to the guard here. We're not Daggerstorm soon. We put the smoke screen as well, just for double. I'll get the rest. Nope. We're occupying 2 right now, so that's fine. He actually even... Okay. I'm fine here. He's gonna port into me. Nope. Yeah, okay, we did actually. It's fine for me. Will Boys get the cleave here though? I don't know if I'll make it in time. Yeah, he did get the cleave. We got the wings. That's good because since Boys is playing like a hybrid, he has Condi. We got the interrupt, so he can't put this down. Have to be a little bit careful here for there's a lot of Condi. Now is the time we and we want to land the... Yeah, well, he's dead here. 3, 2, 1, now. He dodges. My port doesn't work. Well, it does work, but you have this... he gets fully resustained, that's fine. I think our Necro actually returned, right? Yeah, he ended up dying anyways. He burst into my Daggerstorm. I think. And our war goes. Now is the question. Yeah, I mean, as long as the Mesmer just kind of lingers around with me, I'll take that as a win. He didn't have time to pop his heal. Oh no, that's bad. Well, okay. I don't know why he swapped. Even if yeah. He should. If he didn't swap out of his short longbow there when he pulled me, he could have just pulled me, and then he could have knocked me, and then I would have died. So. Well, it's I showed what makes it happen. So any sort of port that you use, if it touches any part of the UI, you will port on spot, right? Even if I have Shadow Step here, it will port on spot. Shortbow 5, same thing. If I have it on my minimap, it will do the same thing. Same on any tiny little UI thing from ANET themselves. It will break the port. So yeah, it's let's say you get the special action key, same thing there. It will, if you actually have your mouse at that specific point. Yeah, so if you have a target here, like as soon as I touch it a little bit, boom, like it's really annoying. Necroworm bugs. Yeah, well, that's a different thing though. Necroworm and old Shadow Trap used to be, like before we got Shadow Portal, we used to have something called Shadow Trap, and it was the same mechanic. It's basically a Shadow Step mechanic, right? Just that it has bigger range. So what that takes into account is pathing. So pathing, for example, you can't port to everything, and you cannot port on everything. For example, if I stand on these stones, I can't I can't port, right? Because there's no valid path. They have to kind of share. It's how they build the, yeah. Picking me up for the last Go4 Cup. Oh, actually, I think you mean the Pro League now, maybe. I wouldn't say that Guild Wars 2 is necessarily dead. I think it's pretty active. Again, it depends on what you're looking for in the game. If you're gonna PvE and stuff, it's like you're not gonna have any issues whatsoever. Waller's Wall, same thing. Like it's only in the upper top end where you'll see like the absolute like 0.01% or 0.1%. Bro, Boys is going full time. A lot of people say that they're gonna leave, and then they end up playing Guild Wars 2 again. Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's with the expansion coming as well. There's gonna be a big hype behind that, and a lot of people are gonna come and try the expansion. I don't think no, it wasn't Obindo. It was Obindo didn't play with me, but I think maybe it was me, Tage, you, Benz, maybe. Lord Azura, maybe. I actually cannot remember. Yeah, but Boys loves a lot of games. Trust me. So it will be good. It depends on what you're looking for in a game. Are you looking to just play and enjoy a game? This game has plenty of content for you. You're gonna have years of content, I swear to God. Unless you're like rushing through everything without care, then yeah, but still it's gonna be plenty. It's buy to play as well. And also you can try the game for free. In fact, I think even on Twitch trial, like Amazon Prime, I think you can get a Heroic Edition code for free. So you actually don't even have to pay for the game, the core game. So you can actually even try the core game. I think there's only specific things that you cannot do due to having just the core game and not the expansions. I don't expect much from Guild Wars 2, honestly, not after they used recycled animation in their new specs. Like that, I wasted years on Guild Wars 2 time to move on. I mean, look, if Guild Wars 2 makes you unhappy, of course, don't play it. Like, it's that simple. I mean, the game is not gonna die, man. The thing why Guild Wars 2 has never really... Their marketing has never been towards the more, like, modern type of marketing, right? They have not tried to build a Twitch community, so to say, right? They never really put any effort into it. So it's now with they're trying a lot more now, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of new games being played right now. So, but with the expansion, you'll see bigger numbers on Twitch for sure. So, didn't they integrate? I mean, just that they're using like Amazon Prime for drops, or that? I think that's I mean, they do want to kind of modernize themselves, I think, but like in terms of streaming. But the reason why it has nowhere near like the other is because they never really invested into it until now. So. Anyone who talks about recycled animation doesn't know. Yeah, I mean, I can understand a little bit. I think like a lot of people are disappointed with when they announced like Gen 3 legendaries as well, and they're like, it's just the same skin for every single one of them. I can understand the disappointment when people hear Gen 3. They're thinking like, wow, we're gonna get the new unique one for every single one. I understand how much time they will end up spending doing that, but then I think they shouldn't really call it Gen 3 or Legendaries. I think they should just make a new name, whatever. However, with like Recycle, at the same time though, you've seen a lot of new cool stuff too. Like there's a lot of unique. I don't care if they recycled animations. There's also new animations. You cannot really argue with that. There's also new visuals. Like there's a lot of new things. And I mean, at the same time, a lot of people they react to it. But if you go look at the other games, and even when they get the new class, you mean that they have all 100%. They didn't reuse anything. And same thing with maps or whatever, like PvE. They of course they reuse. Do you use DX12? I use the DX11. Population is pretty old too. I think that's very hard to determine though, to be honest. I mean, it is harder to capture. It is harder to capture like MMO. Like MMOs are in general harder to watch than other games, right? Like here we have like how interested would you be to watch me go do my dailies? You know, like I don't think that's so enjoyable to watch. And so a lot of people also they rather play the game themselves than watch. That's why you normally see the high end streams. I'm not saying that that's only the streams, but majority of the big numbered streams on Twitch for Guild Wars 2 is normally the high end of a specific game mode, right? You don't see some high end open world PvEer have the biggest numbers, right? Unless like it's some big streamer coming from another game or like if it's Teapot, sure. But yeah, like yeah, you watch. You have PvPers, you have raids, fractal, whatever. Like yeah. PvP is fun to watch. World of War can be on fun matchups. I do think that like I would have streamed GVGs eventually. I think that would be actually quite fun to watch, especially for the people that are into that type of like Chemsorley had a very good community for that. He used to stream for the same numbers that I do sometimes, maybe even more depending on the actual GVG hype. Back with like Redguard and all of these. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, you have a lot of new visuals too that look actually pretty nuts though, in my opinion. I knew he's gonna. No, I got blinded. What the fuck? What? Why did my shadow step just went? It didn't import me or what? Or was it because I jumped? My, he's running away. Well, that was a bit weird. Was it? I know that sometimes when you use your return and you use it. Why is boys not 1v1ing? This could be one of those games that could. I'm revealed too. I should be okay. Yeah, I don't know. Should be okay. I had some. What is my Ellie doing? Oh no! Don't tell me that I have one of these players. Oh, I don't want to look at this. Please. Did he just go to Beast, come into middle, leaving far open? Oh no. What? Oh, it's I think Boys knows him or something. What is this Ellie doing? What? Why did it say block? Did I actually hit that? Oh no, I had... Yeah, they're kind of feeding close. But I should get free. This feels like a game that's gonna get lost if they troll. But I feel like this is gonna be a tough game. Boys is outnumbered middle, we know that. Steve is coming here, we take the 1v1. Can I mobilize him? I didn't get it. I'm gonna heal now. That's good for us. He should be out a lot. Okay, well he has... we don't have to use Signet yet. Use this block. I think he has steel, yeah, I was gonna say, he has steel. Oh, he put it up, so we don't have to put this, he put it up there, which short by 5. Yeah, he's far away. I mean, as long as the thief is here with me. He stole as well. Oh. He's gonna block. Yeah, Heartseeker. Blinding powder, backstab. Oh! You think he's going to node? No. Well, I think the return, if he would have returned here, that's what would have happened to the same thing would have happened. Oh, I don't know if they're feeding 1v2. I'm stumping this. Yeah, they are. No, wait. No, they were in a 2v2, I guess. Wait, no. Actually not. I'm actually confused. Boys is gonna have 3 people, so we're gonna go close after this. It's a bit unfortunate if he's gonna end up giving the node though. I'm probably gonna end up getting decapped by the thief in middle, but it can't be helped. To be honest, we can beast after here. Beast. Okay, well. Never mind. Well, he's actually going for beast. I guess that's fine then. The rev should have been here though. We end up. Yeah, the rev should have bursted it with us. Yeah, okay, we did get it though, but that was a bit risky. Could have definitely... I guess the question would have been in the end then, could we have traded, like if the thief would have managed to steal the beast there, if it would have been considered worth if we get the kill of the thief and then snowball into getting 25 points worth. We would get 5 points for the thief, but would the rest have been worth it basically? I think the warrior should go close now. It's kinda too late now, you're gonna end up getting decapped probably. Actually I don't know, I don't see, I think he's... yeah, he's coming here now. He has no initiative because he has been using all of it what? Oh, unfortunate. Because he's using short bow 5 so much, right? So. But the design of a lot of the specs so far, well, here's the thing, right? When people talk about designs, and compared to others, so look, I know a lot of people, obviously PvP community for example, they're like for obvious reasons, like engineers, it's quite obvious that they are unhappy about getting a AI spec, right? That's and well, in general, like any PvP, like we don't want AI, right? Because like look at MM Necro, how enjoyable was that on a scale of 1 to 10 to play versus? Of course not, it was horrible, and we don't want that to be repeated, right? but it is what it is, right? They're designing the game mostly for the PvEers, and I think they're more than happy getting that. Same thing, I was worried about Spectre, that they would try to make a pure healers spec, like they're gonna enforce it. And yeah, looking at some of the traits, for a lot of the classes, they are quite dull, like boring and stuff. But yeah, I think I don't know how to say. Like I think Harbinger, for example, I really like the Shroud. Does the design behind it fall flat? Yeah, maybe. I'm not a Necro player, so I don't know exactly what it even does. I like the Shroud, or like the skills in Shroud, or whatever it's called, Blight. I think they look super cool. I love the float. Willbender, for example, yeah, sure, the numbers may be shit. It feels a bit like that you get stuck in animations, and it just kind of dashes. But I think that you can definitely make it into. I feel like they're a little bit rushed, some of them. I do agree with that. I don't like the rev jump, for example. I don't like. But I think that was my last. Yeah. Turret NG, no, I don't really. Virtuoso, yeah, but the thing is, okay, but you're basing Virtuoso from a PvP perspective, right? I think Virtuoso looks absolutely dope as hell visually, and I think it might actually be extremely good in PvE, right? And so you're a minority complaining about that you don't like the spec because it's not good in PvP. Well, yeah, that's fair, but you cannot satisfy everyone, right? You cannot really do that. Willbender has the same issues as the issue Daredevil had in HOT. I can't really remember, but the mechanics are not that fun. Are not that fun. I mean, yeah, but that's your opinion. I don't know how the majority of the community thinks. Could you have done something different? Yeah, I mean, even for Spectre, I think you could have done way different things. I like the idea of having like shadows, like being sort of a mesmer. You could have built it into a 1v1er. But I actually I love Spectre. I really like the spec itself. I was very worried in general for the Thief Elite spec that it was gonna be so far away from Thief that it's not really gonna feel like Thief. But strangely enough, this spec actually kind of makes me feel as I'm old Daredevil, but in a different way. But yeah, I think at the same time we're doing betas right now, like testing for the classes. It doesn't mean that they will stop working on them, but I can't guarantee that they're gonna continue to like do a big overhaul. But they did do that in HOT, or sorry, in Path of Fire. You had Deadeye that got overhauled quite a lot actually, because if you remember correctly, the only way for you to stealth up was to kneel and then dodge, right? And then they reworked it. So there's still possibilities, but of course there's some specs that by design that you won't enjoy them, but that doesn't mean that it's that other people won't enjoy them. Like if you go to the NG forums and the majority of the people that play the game, the open world, like the more casual player base, are they happy with the NG spec? Well, yeah, then tough luck. If everyone was unhappy about the spec, then maybe. But right now, it probably isn't that. I think Willbender, I don't know if you actually did a story mode, but so the Willbender is supposed to be what Almora was. And if you actually do the returns episode now, you have some actually really cool skills that they could have put in. So I didn't play the first beta, so I actually didn't see anything from Willbender, so I have no clue. I just know that it was dashing a lot, and it was feeling like it had a lot of aftercast, like you have on staff 2 of Thief, right? Oh, I'm on the wrong Thief actually. What the fuck is this? So if I go on my with like you get stuck in animations, and that's kind of that feels bad, right? You don't really want those type of you don't want that to happen, right? Like if I do staff 2, I get stuck in the animation. I cannot move left or right. That like these type of things I understand that you want to avoid, and I know that you're getting a lot of those with Willbender. I didn't play Untamed. I did play Catalyst a lot. I think the same with Catalyst and with the rev spec. I think there's a lot of cool ideas there, but they're kind of lacking in execution. I don't know what to do to make Catalyst feel really cool. But it's hard to make the weapon itself. You have to remember as well that when you steal S2 and you go behind, you kind of have to time it correctly for it to not move. But I hate the like that they have the spell skill queuing. Like if I double tap my 2, even if like look. Now it's gonna do another one, so I get stuck. Even if I lift my hand, it's still gonna do 2, and it's really awful. Like you can get away with it if you know how to stop it. You can obviously stow it. You can 1-1-1. Same thing with Vault. If I double tap, it's gonna do 2 Vault after each other, and you get stuck many times. So but there's a lot of things that they should do with allowing. Like port bugs, I showed it earlier. If you know how you can port, right? Like any movement skill or anything that has an indicator skill, right? That moves you, or casts. Like even if I cluster, anything that if you touch a piece of UI on your screen, it will just shoot underneath you instead. Like look, I want to cluster, so I aim here, then it's gonna cluster away, right? But if I have the cluster on his name, then it shoots underneath me. Same with Shadow Step, or like ports. I do here, no problem. And then we can target that one then. Boom, stuck. Even on the special action, everything. And of course, I wish that we could redo that, or just simply like, because it happens a lot in PvP where you're like, okay, I'm moving and I'm gonna port, boom, and you get stuck, right? So. Yeah, it didn't used to be like this with the double tapping and stuff. It's quite recently. But yeah, I have not played any of the other specs more than I did with Spectre, and even Spectre I didn't play that much. I did obviously play it quite a lot, but I was not active on the first beta, so I did not try any of the first 3. I've heard a lot of people speak about the other specs. Do I feel it sucks that NG is getting an AI spec? Yeah, I do. In Warswool there's also a lot of terrain that looks flat, but you can't port. Yeah, but that's pathing issues. That's fixable. I mean that sucks for any port class, not just Spectre. I don't really have. It is what it is. You will eventually learn the spots. I mean, in PvP you can get stuck on a little pebble. So, I mean, the thing with AI is that there is no really. Yeah, it's tough. But yeah. The next beta will be in a couple of weeks or 2 weeks, and then we will see. I'm assuming that's how they will. Maybe there will be no more testing. I think the betas is mostly about testing what stuff that is obviously bugged, so they get a wider like perspective, see what skills are actually bugged. And there's plenty of skills that are bugged, and hopefully they fix those. I don't know how much tweaking they will do. They said that they will do tweaking, but after this beta, I don't know how. Like, you have no idea how the final product will look like. For example, if you are not happy with Willbender at the end at this beta, like if you feel like they didn't really solve the issues that you feel like they had, then yeah, that sucks. That you're in a hard position then. Like it's kind of how I felt with both, to be honest, Daredevil and Deadeye. I never really like Daredevil was just Thief. Like there's no difference. Like you got an extra dodge and like a better trait line in general, but Staff sucked in PvP. I don't really care for it in PvE either. Like I don't care what weapon I play in PvE. But yeah, it's Thief with different traits and maybe utilities. And Deadeye was, yeah, it's kind of the same role, but that one at least had something new, right? You had new F1, you had new F2 skills. Malice system was kind of, yeah, it's kind of just boring. It's just a modifier. You got some more interesting interaction eventually when they added that the F2 skills, that they will stealth you if you had above a certain amount of Malice, which is, yeah, okay, that's something different. But with Spectre, it's probably the one that. What was your feedback when it comes to Spectre? What needs changes, improvements? Well, again, like I am like the minority in general that it doesn't really matter what I say. It's not really gonna change anything. I hope that they won't. Like they've seen that it's possible to make this spec into to do damage both as Condi and power, and I hope that they don't have this really hard on for making Spectre to be a healer, right? That's something that I fear that they're gonna try to enforce and just nerf the damage so it just becomes a healer. And I hope that they don't. I really hope that that's not what they're aiming for. I hope that they will keep the diversity as it is. And yeah, as I said as well, stuff that are obvious bugged, I wish that they fix, and I wish that they do not tweak too heavily, like nerf stuff based on what they have seen on streams. Like if you look at my footage and you look at me going unranked and I'm like steamrolling randoms who they don't even have a dodge key, you know? They play like Zerg Amulet on like a core guard healing, like they're trying to do staff support but with Zerg Amulet, you know? Like you cannot base like that type of. Then you go look at me doing like an AT, and people don't even have any idea of what the classes do, right? Like you go and fight the mech and you're just standing there and eating everything from the mech, and you're like, what killed me? So I find it hard. Like they cannot just go and nerf like, are they gonna nerf the mech so heavily because it was doing damage and slaying people because they were just standing there and looking at it and letting it hit you? Like, well, yeah, what are you just? Yeah, like and no one even thinks about what utilities could I bring to counter this build. People just feel like, oh wow, this did too much damage, or this did too much this did too much healing. But you don't even know what this stuff like does. What do you even know what you're supposed to dodge? Do you even know what? Can I bring a utility to prevent this? You know? So that's why I'm worried a lot about them nerfing a lot of the classes that were performing good. I hope that they, like, I wish that we can still play with Scepter, for example. Like just having a new weapon set or weapon itself is very refreshing to play, instead of being stuck on DP or like SD or like forever. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, those are the things that are obvious broken. Is there's a bug with the rot venom. So when you give rot venom, you do that by auto attacking Scepter or using any Scepter like skills on your ally, or providing them stealth. You give like stacks of the rot venom, and you can basically get like up to. In Waller's World, and we didn't even try it really hard, we got up to like 15k torment ticks. No wait, 20k torment ticks or something like that per second, you know. And then that was not even the big, like, I think you could probably get way more. And yeah, some of this stuff, like when I was playing pure power, I was healing, like I was doing with the scepter from stealth, I think the whole heal, I don't know how long it was casting, but yeah, it was 7k heal from stealth during like for a whole. It took like maybe 1.5 second, whatever. Yeah, of course, there's obviously stuff that were like obvious broken, like a power spec, like Spectre shouldn't scale unless you go healing. And like if you pick healing amulet, yeah, you should heal. If you don't pick a healing amulet, yeah, your support shouldn't be that crazy. So that's tweakable. But yeah, I think the stuff that I'm also extremely worried about is the stuff that I like, the small details that you had, that wells could be retargeted. So for example, and with canceling animations and stuff, I know by canceling animations, I mean, you know, the glint elite, for example, on Rev, where you can stow it. I hope, for example, that one you can still, it's like you start casting it and you stow it, but you get the animation of the dragon. Yeah, so you can bait cooldowns of enemies, or maybe a reaction, maybe a dodge, whatever, right? So for example, if I used my elite here and then I stow it, I can redo it, and you can do the same thing with Spectre wells, right? So you can cast your well and get like an animation. Not all of the wells have animations, just the heal, and the elite has a very obvious animations. The others don't really have that obvious animations. They actually don't really have any. But so with the heal you can stow it, and obviously people don't even know the difference between the wells yet, or how the heal well even looks like. So I hope those things they don't. I hope that they let it be as it is. I really hope that they don't remove that. And by retargeting, I mean, so for example, if I'm targeting here my well, and I'm like, here I'm gonna hit 3 of my allies if I'm running like the boon well, but suddenly all 3 get knocked, and then if before the cast is finished, I can move my mouse here, and then the well will be casted there instead of where I was originally casting it, because of an option called allow skill retargeting, right? It's the same principle as with Longbow 2 of Ranger, where you're pew-pewing a target and then you swap your target to another one, then the Longbow 2 will continue to shoot on the other target instead of being stuck on the same target that you were shooting on. So yeah, so for example, if I'm doing a damage well as well, like my elite, and there's a big cluster of enemies, like they are, I'm originally casting it here, and then I see that they're all there, then I can just move my mouse before the cast is over and land on them. Those are like small things that I hope that they don't touch. There was something else as well. Oh yeah, I think this one will get fixed, but because it does, I don't know, it does bug out a lot. But with the Scepter Dagger, the 3 skill, that you've seen that it has like 2 parts of it, where first you get the projectile little thing out, and then you kind of shoot it at the enemies, so it gets speeded up. But if you stow the second cast, it will go slowly towards the enemy. But it actually kind of, you can actually mind game a lot with that. People they're like, when is it gonna hit me? When is it gonna hit me? Because it's so fucking slow, and they're like, am I gonna dodge there? They end up paying so much attention to that actual projectile that they forget what they're doing. Like, they're just keeping their eyes on that, and they lose track of what you're doing. So yeah, but there's what stuff I wish that they I'm a bit sad of the first trait line, like the first row of trait line, like all 3 traits there for any spec other than healing is garbage in my opinion. Like the first one is pure healing power. Like, I don't think they should specifically make a spec into like, here, this spec is designed to be healing, so this is a healing trait. That sucks. And then you have like the 300-second internal cooldown. Like, why on earth would you ever create a trait already with 300-second internal cooldown into fucking PvP or World War? Like, you're already making a dead trait, and that's screaming that, hey, look, we're never gonna fix your dead traits in your trait lines. So every class that have dead trait lines in like traits Like in beef you have warriors, you have X classes, and it's like, okay, so you just gave us 2 absolutely useless traits, and then the third one is like, well, I don't want to pick this one either, because that's like, it can be interesting in some specs, like some builds you can absolutely use it. I think it has potential to be decent, but so you end up having to pick the healing trait, which like you have no use for in general, or shouldn't have any use for, because there's no other good options. Like there's nothing that you could have done. So many different things. Like where's the shroud traits like that does something to your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like change maybe, like how you have in Scourge, you have one of the traits that changes the F4 to become like a big, like a blast or whatever, like something like that instead of and the 300 internal. I still don't understand that. Like just rework that. That's so stupid. I don't know why they ever did that or even thought that was a good idea. It's just I'm also, I hope, obviously I don't know what they will do with the spec. It's as I said, there's people that have not played versus it, so they have no idea what to dodge. They don't, if they watched my stream and saw some big numbers, I was running like 0 stealth build. Like I'm still squishy. I have 1 stun break. I'm not Shadow Arts. I'm going like maximum damage as I can. Like I'm playing crit strikes, and they see like 5.6k, and they're like, oh my god, it's so much damage. Like how, Jesus Christ, you do so much damage. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm like full glass cannon. What am I supposed to not do damage? So yeah, if you just sit on that, like a rev porting into you, you're blown up in 1 second, for example. So yeah, I just hope that they won't end up nerfing all the classes like mech as well. Like unless you fix the broken, like the might, then sure. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, enough rambling. I'm not really playing anyways, so I guess we host you over to Teapot. Yeah. Go enjoy Water's Wall with Teapot.